bottomless pit of a tank, Jesus. That sports shed is exactly a quarter-mile away from here, on green. I'm going for it. Well, in order to get the headlight on, I need to replace these things, missing these lower two, so whip these things up on the lathe. Exact replicas. Alright, well, we're on the home stretch here before we ride the CB750, or at least attempt to. So what I've done, got the air box disassembled. I have just kind of cleaned it. Now, again, we're leaving the patina on this bike, so I haven't gone through the effort of, like, let's say a full polish on this thing. But cleaning with, you know, back to black, WD-40, that kind of thing. So looking really good. Just went and picked up just a cheap battery, so I've got that charging up. And then I grabbed some auto and marine rubber weather seals. So this I found at Home Depot, and I had made a post on one of the CB750 pages in regards to this seal that goes around the perimeter of the airbox. Now, just in the name of trying something different, I'm going to attempt to use that. So we'll see how it works. And then I have a new air filter here. The headlight is on, as you've seen. And now it is time to go ahead and soda blast the original petcock, put some of the rebuild seals in it and a new filter, put this on the bike, slosh some fuel around the tank, put that on, and try to go ride it. Alright, I have these parts freshly soda blasted. What I like about this is that, being that we're trying to keep with the patina of the bike, that means this has not quite a new finish, but it still has a very good finish. It's really good at cleaning. So I do this in all like the carburetors and aluminum parts and stuff like that. But it's not going to be like overly shiny. So I know that's a really particular weird thing, but I'm weird. Now for some reason, the rebuild kit does not come with this O-ring here, which I have. It's still malleable, but let's see if I can retrofit something for future reference. So I've got what I've labeled as a 20x2 O-ring. See if I can get this in here. Ooh, actually that fits really nice. That fits great. It's about perfect. I'll take it. Yep. Should be good. Before we do that though, gotta put the spring in. Now, if I was a smart man, what I would have done is got my screwdriver out before I found myself in this exact predicament. I don't know if it's an arm's reach. Okay, just barely, just barely. Fuel off. Holes line up for reserve. Fuel on. Good to go. Alright, I got the O-ring in here along with the strainer. Well, not really sure if I'm in love with this or not. I don't know, didn't really find any 1/4 inch or even like 1/8 inch stuff that was kind of what I wanted, so hey, it's worth a try. It does squish down quite a lot. So, who knows, maybe. But I'm gonna get this thing on the bike and we'll do our best. I can't see a reason that won't work. It actually fit really well. Once it started tightening in here, you could feel it kind of engage in the groove how it should have. Still moves around, and that's not going to be like using an adhesive or anything like that, so it'll come apart just as easy. And I have plenty to spare, so that's about 11 bucks. I think you could do probably 2 to 3 bikes with this, so seems cost effective. Fit and finish wise, not super pumped with it. There's probably better options out there, but I didn't look for that long. I'm not going to go hit 20 stores and stuff to save $5 and then spend 100 bucks in time, so whatever. But for now, we'll try that. Alright, I have just thrown a battery in here, put a short ground lead to the frame here, and then a short power wire into the harness. Of course, this is our starter cable. We don't even have a solenoid on here, and I don't even have the starter relay connected. So let's go ahead and do an electrical test. So key on. There's our neutral light. Let's see. Headlight on. There it is. Low beam, high beam. I don't really care about turn signals. She's trying. There it is. Haha. Okay. Off. All right. Let's give this thing a go. Couple prime kicks. Ignition on. thing running like just you know, in one of the previous videos after this thing had been locked up for like 30 years. So it's gonna take some cycling to get it up to temp. Gotta go ahead and set the seat on this thing, right? You know what that means. This thing runs awesome for running crappy after sitting for 30 years, locked up, whatever. Clutch feels really good. So obviously it's gonna have sputters and all kinds of like little pops and stuff going on. It's got a mixture of, you know, some fogging oil in the tank along with some fuel. And it's just got to get wore in and come back to life. I got to sink the carb still. I'm sure I'll put like maybe another set of plugs in it, but man, that thing just went up and down the road, no problem. All right, guys, I'm on like, I don't know, cloud 11. So we're low on fuel. First ride, other than around the block. We're gonna go to the gas station. I hate dropping it in gear at those RPMs. No license plate, of course. No mirrors. I sink these carbs, it's going to be fantastic, and just start running the bugs out of it, you know. Ah, yes. Put regular in it, you know. Bottomless pit of a tank, Jesus. It's enough for now. Alright, what do you say we just chop some blocks? Also, it couldn't be more of a perfect day temperature-wise. It's got like a majorly high idle right now. Gotta do something about this idle. Oh my god. That's better. Poor seat. Quick note, that is the hardest idle adjustment screw to get to. Maybe I just haven't messed with this particular year CB750 with the way the petcock's designed and located. It is in the way. Yeah, we got this idle right where we want it. That sports shed is exactly a quarter mile away from here. On green. I'm going for it. Potentially a little clutch slip. Yeah, I had a CB750 back in the day, man. She'd stand up in all 5 gears. Couldn't even hang on to her. Had a vetter fairing on it. That was just for the weight to keep the front end down. Oh man, these kids and them crotch rockets these days, got no idea.
how does it go left? Super bumpy concrete, old ass suspension. Looks like I've put 4.5 miles on this thing so far. Awesome 4.5 miles, because this one is mine. Every other CB750 I get going, ride, it's somebody else's. This one's mine. Just look at it. It's riding like a perfect bike. Perfect. Just got to sync the carbs still. I mean, but even now it's running really good. Well guys, in a fun turn of events, there's a vintage bike night tonight, and I'm gonna ride there. This thing is untested. We still only have 7 miles on it. Oh, key on helps. This thing is warmed up, by the way. It is not a one-kick bike yet, but it will be. So we're gonna go head to my buddy's house. He's probably gonna have his R90 out that he's just getting back on the road. He is also the one who bought my my Buell. If you guys are wondering what happened to that thing. Alright, we got Nathan up there. He chose his R75 for this one. I guess he wanted to match 750. So we're on our way to bike night. Cruising barely into 5th gear, 3,000 RPM at 60 miles an hour. So this is kind of one of those reasons I feel the CB750 singular red cam is like the quintessential perfect classic bike. It's just like, it feels like it has modern power. It's a timeless look. I'm just so comfortable right now to ride. It sounds amazing. You know, yeah, the brakes could be existing. You know, they could exist. That would be cool. But you know, it's an old bike. It's just cool, man. I'm really impressed with this thing. We've got 16 miles on it now. Made the journey over to his house just flawlessly. It is I'm trying to track it down. It's kind of hard to tell, but behind the engine I've got a little oil leak, and I think it's just my overflow from the crankcase. And I'm thinking, you know, this thing is bound to have some blow by. So I'm thinking it's probably depending on what type of crankcase breather it has, if it's pushing into the oil tank and just pushing oil vapor and droplets back out. But it is starting to kind of saturate the back end. So not a big deal though. This is just, it's, you know, hashtag old bike problems. But we'll get it sorted. But for now, I'm gonna shut up and I'm just gonna cruise. We made it! Made it to bike night safely, but now we're on the way home, and we got a little rain situation going on. Granted, it's a light rain. It's sprinkling. We're fine, but nobody likes getting caught in rain. Overall, though, bike's doing really good. We got approximately 27.7 miles on it. It's feeling good. Rain hitting my visor. If ever there was a zen moment, CB750, spring air, sound of rain hitting the visor, some ASMR stuff. Boy. Rear end came out a little bit. That was the side of the tire that I'm worried about with all the oil on it. Well, it made it. This bike, she's a keeper. Pretty trooper. Yes. Also, I am not even adequately dressed for like the temperature it is, so I'm a little chilly right now. I'm gonna go put my cold dead hands on my girlfriend and piss her off. So that'll be fun. Wish me luck.
Alright guys, we're here at the warehouse because I forgot to film an outro, but here we are looking at the CB750, and overall I couldn't be happier with this thing. It's running fantastic for what it is, and once I get a little bit more time, again, this is a personal bike, and most of these are all customer bikes that I have to work on first. So anyway, hopefully I get some time to get back on this thing, and we can adjust the valves, sync the carbs, do a compression check, and see where we're at. And that thing will be running a lot smoother at this point, but I have not started this thing in a couple weeks now, and it just fired up on like third kick, so you know, it's already running really good. And we're just going to do a couple little upgrades here and there. And another video you guys are going to see is going to be me polishing this tank up. I don't know if you notice how shiny this is. We got that. I have some side covers for it. I have the front fender for it, so it's just a matter of time to get all this stuff on here and just start enjoying it, just start riding it. So anyway, among the sea of motorcycles, if you guys haven't seen, got the CX500 Scrambler build underway. You guys can see all the videos on that. The Barn Find Benelli, there's the engine to the CBX back there, which I still have to take to a machine shop, get that thing vapor honed, we can start reassembly. And then back behind there, I got a ton of bikes already. So among all the stuff up here and blah, 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 I got a ton of stuff going on. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Check me out on social media. It's just Brickhouse Builds across the board. You can see everything I'm doing up to date by the day. And if you want to go a step further, go to my website. You can see some motorcycle parts I have for sale. And yeah, again, I hope you like this one. Hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.